I am probably Mr. Bill Tatum's, one of the oldest friends you will see here tonight. I've known him since 1963 in August, when he came to Sweden because he had to just get a different perspective on life. And I'm Swedish, and so I met him, and we became friends, and here I am, and it's 2008, and we're still friends.
Bill, this is your longtime devoted advisor and counsel, Victor Kovner, who is so pleased to be here to celebrate your 75th. I'm not so far away, and nor is Sarah. All I can say is congratulations, mazel tov, bravissimo, well done. Everything you've done so beautifully. But I think the most beautiful thing you've done is bring up this remarkable young woman who's running the newspaper. She is awesome. We're delighted to be here and send you our love.
Mr. Wilbur Tatum, it's been now close to I hate to say this, it's been about 30 years since we first met one another. When I was a young attorney at such a large firm, and you convinced me to leave, and you said you'd be my first client many years ago. And today I'm celebrating your 75th birthday. My dear friend, my good friend, best wishes for a healthy and happy and many more to come.
I just want to say happy birthday and happy anniversary.
Yes.
So good to a good year.
I want to wish you the happiest of birthdays and many, many, many countless years of the same thing to come. So I'm very appreciative for being here, and I can't imagine anything greater than to be here celebrating this wonderful birthday. Okay?
Bill, I hear you're afraid to come and face the music. Well, we're going to have a good time anyway, but we sure do hope you make it. Best to you on this wonderful occasion.
Bill, happy birthday. Congratulations on a wonderful life, wonderful family, and a wonderful professional career. And wishes for many, many more.
Wilbur Tatum, this is Ken Knuckles, your protege. You know that. I was looking forward to seeing you tonight. Susan tells me that you have indigestion or something, and they took you to the hospital. Stop BSing and come out of the hospital so I can cuss at you. But more importantly, so I can tell you that I love you and how much we appreciate you. You are a treasure here in New York City, and certainly a treasure in Harlem, where the Empowerment Zone is at. Feel better, buddy. Love you.
Hi, Bill.
Hi,
this
Bill.
is Richard.
And Muriel.
And Muriel.
Which wish to congratulate you on your 75th birthday and the 100th anniversary of your newspaper.
And we wish you all the very best and many, many happier birthdays to come. It's fun for a beautiful evening in Lower Manhattan. And first time we've been here, beautiful place. We love it. We feel very comfortable and very relaxed. Hope to see you when you get here. We would like to see your face. And congratulations again. Enjoy. Have fun on your birthday. Love you. Bye.
Happy birthday, Mr. Tatum. And I'd like to see you again. God bless you, and you take care of yourself.
Bill, this is your friend Billie Holiday, and I'm saying happy, 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 happy birthday to you. It's wonderful to be young like we are. I hope you will continue to enjoy many, many more.
Happy, happy birthday, you old dog. I am so happy to be able to celebrate your 75th birthday and wish you so many more. And I remember those days when we used to sit in my office and drink champagne on Friday nights and laugh and talk about everybody. Those weren't the good old days, they were the great old days, but we've got better days to come. Love you. Thanks.
Hi, Bill. Happy birthday. We're here with your whole family. Whoa, I almost fell off the floor. This is your whole family here, and Lorenzo's behind. And I give you a big kiss and lots of love. And we really miss that you're not here. And happy birthday.
Hello, dear, dear Bill. Here I've come all the way from Geneva in order to give you a big hug and to let you know that thinking about it, I've known you since I was 17. You always have been sweet to me, and I think it's a fantastic thing to be able to celebrate your birthday. I know that you're going to be well, and that that we will be able to come and give you a big, big hug, and to really honor all that you've done and all the generosity and all your sweetness to all the family. Much love to you, and take good care.
Here we are, all the Coneria, all here present to greet you, to wish you well, and to be here to celebrate your birthday. So please, get well soon. Bye.
Okay, this has to be translated by Susan for Bill. Juan y yo hemos venido aquí con muchísimas ganas de verlo. No está aquí, es una pena, pero aquí estamos todos celebrando por su cumpleaños 75.
Ya te olvidaste el inglés.
¿No? 75. Y bueno, felicitaciones. Un abrazo.
Cheers, and we'll see you in the next couple days. We've come a long ways. We're not gonna leave without seeing you. A big hug.
Hi, Bill. I want to wish you everything, all the best for your great birthday, and I hope to see you soon and well.
Bill arrived from London straight to here. I'm very sorry that you're not here, and we'll send you much, much love and look forward to seeing you in the next couple of days.
Hi, Bill. You know that we really, really love you, and you're one of the most special people we met, and we just that sweet sparkle in your eyes really inspires us. Okay, I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.
Much love.
Happy birthday.
It's your friendly accountants. It's been many, many, many years, and hopefully for many, many more. Happy birthday, congratulations, all the best. We love you.
Bill, a happy 75th. It's a pleasure, speaking to you all the time, and really thankful of always asking about the kids. And they also send the best happy birthday wishes to you as well.
Well, Bill, after 75 years of struggling, your struggles are really just beginning. Continue on the struggle. Happy birthday, Bill.
Hey, Mr. Tatum, it's Penda here. Just wanted to wish you a happy and healthy and prosperous birthday, and to another 100 years of the Amsterdam News. Glad to have had an opportunity to be here with you on your birthday.
Hi, Bill. This is Ruth Hunt. Just wanted to wish you a very, very happy birthday. Much love and many blessings always. It's always a pleasure to see you, and I appreciate the story you did on my brother, me finding my brother in England. I will never forget that. So thank you so much, and be blessed.
Dear old Bill Tatum, life at the party of the old Atrium Health Club. Victor told me it was 40 years ago. That's hard to believe. And I remember that remarkably memorable day when you came in and told me about buying the Amsterdam News, and I've been reading it ever since. Your fan forever, Sid. Hey, by the way, the last Tatum party I went to was Ellie's 16th birthday. Was that last week? Love.
Is this my time to say happy birthday to Bill? Well, if it's my time to say happy birthday to Bill, I really want you to know that we are having a wonderful time, and I am so happy that this is your birthday, because you are so special to so many people, and you're certainly so special to me, that I just want to wish you all the blessings in the world, and just have many more birthdays so that I can celebrate with you. Love you, Bill. Take care.
Bill, I am here to wish you all the best, because you are the best. We have spent lots of time together, unfortunately, in Mount Sinai Hospital, and I know you've got pneumonia now, although nobody's supposed to talk about it yet. But you shake that in a hurry and get back. You are a wonderful man, and I came down here to see you tonight I will come see you in the hospital. I love you.
All right, Bill. I was trying to count back those hundreds of years that we had gone through, and then somebody asked me to come and invited me to come and get this microphone, meet the microphone, so I can sing "Happy Birthday" to you. But I know you never did like my singing anyway, so I'm not going to burden you with it until I see you face to face, and then I will sing to you in front of a crowd, whether you cry or not. Anyway, happy birthday to you, and I'm going to wish you as many more as you've already had. Then I can get even with you because you deserve that many more years of life on this earth. We need you here.
Listen, Tatum, I'm sorry I missed the Super Bowl party. It was a bad attack of gout, but I made up my mind one way or another I was coming here tonight. I want to tell you, Tatum, you're a good man, and the reason you're a good man is you keep giving him help. And my attitude is, Tatum, if you can give him hell, that's fine. Now we go from the physician to the lawyer. By the way, notice the tie and the eye. You know what I mean? You got that nice right behind.
Well, youngster, you finally caught up. You're 75, and welcome to middle age. But Bill, you're the greatest, and happy birthday. And you and I'll have 75 more.
Hi, Bill. Happy birthday. It's a pleasure to be celebrating your life with you. And thank you for all that you've contributed to our community and to our city. And also for being open to all of the options, including the independent option in New York City and state. Take care of yourselves. Thank you.
A passionate member of countless civic organizations throughout the 5 boroughs. And get this, and a loyal and trusted advisor to yours truly. That's the mayor. Can you believe that? You have always demonstrated a commitment to improving New York. Now that you've set the precedent, I expect nothing less from you in the next 75 years. Please accept my best wishes for a wonderful celebration. All the best, Michael R. Bloomberg, Mayor. I have another from Jerry Nadler. Dear Bill, I want to extend my best wishes to you on the occasion of your 75th birthday. I look forward to seeing you soon so that I can personally congratulate you on reaching this milestone. I commend you for your long and tireless service to the community and wish you all the best in the years ahead. Sincerely, Jerry Nadler, Member of Congress. These 2 messages are symbolic of the literally hundreds of public officials who would say the same thing, even though they fought against him or on his side, but all recognize that Bill is a unique human being that has brought so much to all of us. Bill, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, can I get Mr. Mark Cornell to join me, please? Mark? All right, come. First of all, we want to thank him. Mark is president and CEO, and Mark, you got to help me with M-O-E-T. How do you pronounce it?
Well, that's Moet.
Moet. Okay. He is president and CEO of Moet, and I can say Hennessy because I drank enough of it in college. I probably put you through school, USA. And I just have to tell you, I have consumed a champagne tonight that I'm convinced if I drank too much of it, I'd probably want to start fighting. So I had just enough. What is the champagne that you're serving? Because as soon as Bill gets out of the hospital, I'm going to send him a couple of bottles. What is the name of it?
Well, I should know, shouldn't I?
Oh, okay. What is it?
It's Moet Chandon, Nectar Imperial.
And does it have nectar in it?
It sure has nectar. There we go. Thank you very much.
No, don't. Oh, he's thanking me for the plug, but it's real. Do not leave without tasting this nectarized champagne. It is unbelievable. Now, you have a few words to say this evening, but we want to say thank you for the space and thank you for the champagne.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome here to our offices. It's a very humbling evening for me, actually, for a number of reasons. First and foremost, frankly, just to be one of the 100 is humbling enough, but also to be here on the occasion of Amsterdam News' 100th birthday. Bill, I don't know well, but I know of the extremely good work that he has done on behalf of New York, on behalf of the African American community, and I might say also on behalf of my business. And I couldn't be more grateful to him and indeed all the employees of the newspaper that have supported my business over the years. And all I'd like to say in a few short words is thank you, very sincerely, and you can be rest assured of our support of your business for many, many years to come. Hennessy is our lead brand. It's a wonderful brand, but it has been unquestionably put where it is by the African American community. For that, we owe that community an enormous debt of thanks. We don't do enough for the local community, and I'm only too well aware of that. And it is something that since my tenure here, which is now coming up 2 years, which is unbelievable for me, I'm trying to generate more and more of. And any ideas that any of you may have as to how I and my business can better support the local communities, I'd be extremely delighted to hear of them, and I'd be delighted to support them. The other thing that I wanted to say, and this is just really, and I hope Sybil Chester, who's an enormous support to me in my organisation, won't mind me saying this, we had an interesting discussion this afternoon whereby Sybil was giving me a very good brief as to the good work that obviously Bill has done and that Amsterdam News has done over many years. And she explained to me, of course, that Bill was one of the founding members of the Amsterdam News. Well, I'm not a great mathematician. But we understand that this model being enormously. I knew we were celebrating his 75th birthday and the 100th anniversary of the newspaper. And I was saying to Sybil, surely something's wrong here, Sybil. Either he's 125 or the newspaper is 65. But I can't quite work it out. But I now understand, and I send you, Bill, my warmest greetings for your birthday, your 75th birthday, and many congratulations. The last thing I'd just like to leave you with is this. Thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting our brands, in particular Hennessy. Thank you for your patronage here this evening. You're always welcome. You know where we are. There's always a drink here. So please pop by and say some thank you.
Nielsen Research. If you've ever worked in radio, television, you know that Nielsen, you live and you die by them. But Nielsen Research happens to be one of our sponsors this evening, and that makes her a very, very, very special lady. Susan.
Thank you. Thank you. Look, we're all here for a very special reason, which is actually a 7th birthday. And I believe that birthdays are special and that you should celebrate them early and often. Both on the occasion of Bill's birthday, which is a phenomenal thing at 75, but also at the beginning of the launch of the Amsterdam News' 100th birthday. And so we're very pleased to participate in supporting what is a wonderful institution in the city of New York. I think it's taken an incredible amount of courage, vision, commitment, and hard work to continue the work of the Amsterdam News. And in the crown we have of journalism in New York, I think the Amsterdam News is a very special jewel. And we are very happy to be involved in supporting that. I'm also here because I've been really lucky in the last couple of years to become good friends with Ellie. We share an interest in media. We share an interest in our favorite four-legged friends. We both have big dogs that we talk about often. And a strong interest in travel and a love of the city of New York. So on behalf of the whole Nielsen Company, we're just very pleased to be here tonight to support what is an incredible New York institution and look forward to the next 100 years under her stewardship. Thank you.
Front and center. And sir, I have been asked by Bill's daughter if you will please hold your comments to 1 minute. Can you do that? Okay, well, come in.
I really can't understand, after knowing Bill for 75 years, how I can say something in 1 minute.
That's practically impossible. Because I wanted to relate a couple of incidences to you that were a part of our, that's a part of our lives. And I have a sister here, Lorraine, who was a mother to us in the sense that she had to babysit while my mother was working whenever she did work. So on this day, there were 6 feet of snow on the ground. We had to play inside. So she told us time after time after time, stop playing. You know, she finally whipped us with a rope. One incident in my life. The other incident is I was going to be at my house when I first got married. My wife and I went away. He was in high school at the time, and we wanted him to babysit the house while we were gone. He babysat it all right. All his buddies and all his girls. And you know, we didn't find it out until about 15 years later. The third incident is one that I'm going to tell you about my father. He wasn't a cruel man. And he didn't whip his boys, but once a year, every 6 months. And my father had a photostatic memory. The conversation from my father was worse than the whipping. He told you everything you did for 6 months. And he would always whip us with the strap, a barber strap, and he hit you 2 or 3 times. Your punishment was over. Bill and I had chores that we were supposed to do as a young man. Any job that I had, I would always recommend it to he and his twins. They were 2 of the finaglingest boys you ever saw. If it was bad, they didn't like it too much. If it was good, they didn't like it at all. They found a way to make it better. We come from a lovely family. That's all there is in our family, and that's love. And until this day, I'll always love Bill. Bill and I are the last 2 boys left in a 13-member family. We have 3 sisters left. So you can see that the kind of love we have for each other is unsurpassable. Thank you.
Family attorney. In maybe a minute and a half.
I'm actually the attorney for the Amsterdam News, and the answer to the question of why Bill is 75 of the papers out of 100 is that he was the founder of Am News, a founder of Am News, the corporation that now publishes the paper. He had, shall we say, a tempestuous struggle to become in charge of it. I was happy to play a role in that, along with Frank Graziadei, other professionals who were helpful in that difficult struggle. But Bill persisted, and I want to say that I've always been proud for the last almost 30 years to be one of the lawyers for the Amsterdam News. Also wanted to say a bit, he came to be a newspaper person appropriately because his father published the Henderson Tribune, a small newspaper in North Carolina that he spoke of very proudly, and Susan and Bill have some of you have to see the pictures and the copies of the paper from the 50s in their home. It really is special. But the relationship of my wife Sarah, who's here, and I with Bill go back even earlier than the struggle for the Amsterdam News. He had an intolerance for injustice, and has an intolerance for injustice, and he was always protesting many injustices in the society. Not many of you will remember, in 1964, he organized a lie-in on the Triborough Bridge. You remember that. I don't know whether he actually did it, but he certainly terrified the city of New York. He was always outspoken, vigorous, a person of his convictions. It's a joy to represent him, and I want to say how fortunate we all are that the paper is now being led by his daughter, who does it so ably.
Thank you very much. Dr. Bert Smalls. Dr. Bert Smalls, a very, very, very good friend of Bill Tatum, and you're going to hear a lot of history tonight. As I understand it, you were a doctor for the Black Panthers many, many years ago when they got sick, shot, raped, whatever.
Happy birthday, Bill. Bill, you didn't realize when you turned 75 that your life would just be beginning. That with President Bush as president and an illegal war in Iraq, that you would continue to have to fight for the struggle for all people. Bill didn't just fight for African Americans. Bill fought for all people, black, red, yellow, or white. Bill fought for the underdog, be he Jewish, African American, Muslim, or whatever. Bill fought the righteous path. I've known Bill since 1964. And I met Bill on the Lower East Side. Bill was in Sweden, and he had applied for a job as a journalist in the United States. They told him, well, we're not hiring Negroes as journalists. He said, give me a job as a janitor. And they said, you're too educated to be a janitor. So like James Baldwin and many of our stars, he had to leave this country to find a job. He went to Sweden and they welcomed him as a journalist. But when the movement started, Bill had to come join the movement. He returned to New York to work in the movement, and that's how I met him. I was a medical student in Detroit at the time. I was working for SNCC. But when I think of Bill, I think of one who fought for all people. And I wrote a poem which I wrote for two of my favorite journalists. My former Panther brother, Muni Abu Jamal, and Bill Tatum. Muni is in jail, he's in prison, but his brain is alive. Bill's body may be handicapped, but Bill rages against injustice. He rages against unjust wars. He rages against racism. He rages against thieving politicians. He rages for all people, not just African Americans. This poem is called The Journalist. You seek the truth in an untrue world. You blister the politicians in their lies and deceit. You open up the pestilent sores that plague our nation. Let the pus of greed and graft flow into the gutter. You provide a voice for the voiceless. You use the news to both educate and liberate. You bring knowledge to the ignorant. You bring hope to the hopeless. You tremble the pillars of power, who shield the pig's brutality. You, sir, are our journalists, the Vox Populi. Happy birthday, Bill Tatum. Everybody, happy birthday, Bill Tatum.
Come on down. He needs no introduction, but I will say the one, the only, Carl McCall.
Well, I'm delighted to be here. Bill, happy birthday. I'm telling you, all of us who are getting older, we hope we do it as graciously as you have done it. Bill and I go back more years than I want to even relate. And I was with him in the struggle to take over the Amsterdam News, and aren't we all glad and blessed that Bill Tatum is in charge of the Amsterdam News? You can always count on him. He's a guy who's always there. He is so, there was a time when they said we were articulate and we didn't like that, but Bill is articulate. I mean, not only articulate, Bill is eloquent. He really knows how to tell the truth. And he tells the truth to power. He tells it so well. He tells it consistently. Bill, continue to be the guy that we will depend on to always be there to tell the truth. Happy birthday, my brother.
David Jones in the house. David, David is president of the Community Service Society, and Ellie says, please, because we want to get this over before visiting hours are over. No, that's okay. It happens to me all the time.
But David Jones is the name. I'm honored to be here, wishing happy birthday to Bill Tatum. I don't know of a time I can't remember Bill Tatum. Susan and he were my parents' friends. I remember him always being part of the struggle and movement. But I also care for you, Bill, because like my father, you were always angry at injustice. And while everyone else was making an accommodation, you were standing and saying things that a whole generation of us were all too long let pass. And for that, I'm eternally thankful to you and to Susan and to Ellie, who takes over the Amsterdam. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is to speak what's true when you could make money and advantage by going along. And all too many of my generation certainly made those accommodations to move up into the corporate world and forgot so many who were left behind. And so when I write my articles in the Amsterdam and go back to the streets where I grew up, the anger of my father and particularly Bill and the Amsterdam speaking out for young people who have not gotten all the advantages of a whole group of young, upwardly mobile people who are still mired in worse poverty than even I saw in the 1950s. We need the Bill Tatums of the world there, and it's an honor to review.
Thank you very much. Now I'd like to introduce Joe Cohn. He was up here 30 seconds ago. Just come on, Joe. Come on. This is Ellie's mother's cousin, Joseph Cohn. With it, I know, I have to start everything from him.
Well, Bill, happy birthday. I really wish you were here, and I hope to see you very, very soon. I just want to say a couple of words, and that is, we've heard all these great tributes about Bill as a great force in the New York community, the African community, the world community. But I want to just call attention to his great role as a family man. He was, he embraced family with his characteristic strength and vigor. And I remember just a couple of incidents when my mother was very sick. He was singing at her bedside in the hospital. He was doing, even Susan went completely out of their way in every possible way to comfort her. When we discovered that a cousin of my aunt in Prague, Hanna Bohacova, her husband had died, and we visited her, and Bill made a point, whenever he came to Europe, to Sweden, he would stop off in Prague, if it was just one evening, just to say hello to her. So I just want to say, among all the other things, my great appreciation as a family man, and Bill, get well very soon, and I'll see you.
Thank you. Annika, please come down and join us. Annika? Yes, oh. And she is going to escort people off if they go longer than 30 seconds. She is, not me. This was Bill's translator in Sweden.
How do I follow all these speakers? I have 30 seconds to tell you. That is hell. There's another friend here, Jesse. Jesse, you down there. And we have known Tatum, that's what I call him, Tatum, since 1963 on August 11. When he came to Sweden to get away from the turmoil of being in America. Yes, I became his translator and his good friend. And I think Jesse and I are among, except for you, Herbert. And I'm glad to see you again. I don't know where you're sitting, but, and Lorraine, you're here. There you are. Thank you. And Susan and Ellie, this is your birthday too, as well as Bill and Amsterdam Newspaper. I have only one thing to say about Tatum, having known him for 44 years. And here I am. I'm sort of a surprise thing. I'll get you, Tatum, in the hospital, don't worry. But there's one thing about him that's always struck me. He might have said the most asinine things that everyone thought was, God, it can't be true. He is out there in the left field somewhere. Just wait 5 to 10 years. He's right. Thank you, Bill. And good God bless you. Get well again soon. Tatum. Thank you.
Thank you for coming all the way from Sweden. Ken Knuckles, President of the Upper Manhattan Empowerment Zone. Mr.
Wilbur Tatum of Durham, North Carolina. Happy birthday. I mentioned North Carolina because my mother's from North Carolina, from Warrenton, a little place near Henderson and Durham. Bill, I run the Empowerment Zone. You have empowered many, many, many more people than we could ever empower. You have empowered New York. You have empowered we as a people, not only African Americans, but the entire human race. I read your prose even now, and I say, damn, Bill, how could you say that? But Bill is fearless, and it's for that reason that we all come out and salute him. He represents the best of the Fourth Estate. He continues the legacy of the Amsterdam News. Happy birthday, Bill.
Attorney Frank Graziadei, attorney Frank Graziadei. 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay, when he was here, we say, keep it short, Frank. You're a family lawyer. It's only 30 seconds. I want to have some cake. So happy birthday, Bill. It's been a long journey. I met Bill when I was a 25-year-old lawyer, and he told me to believe in myself, encouraged me to go my own practice. And I look around this room, I see many people who I know and I've represented and I'm friends with, and Bill, thank you. I can never thank you enough. Happy birthday.
Thank you. There you go. Obviously, Wilbert needed a lot of attorneys in his life because Mike Armstrong, he's up next, and he too is an attorney. Michael Armstrong.
As you say, I am one of the attorneys that Bill seemed to need over the years. And I recall, Bill, that when we met 30, 40 years ago, whatever it was, you charged me particularly with keeping you out of trouble. The irrepressible spirit that made that job very difficult from time to time and every once in a while if possible is the thing about you that is so special. Happy birthday, Bill.
Catherine? Yes. Come, please.
We're all here because we share a terrific love for you, Bill. You've touched us in so many remarkable ways. I cut my teeth in politics in the village, and that's when I met Susan and Bill. And one of the first things I remember about meeting them is a story that I'll never forget because it's emblematic of the passion and love he felt and still feels towards Susan and, of course, his daughter. He said the first time he met Susan, it was raining, and somehow he got into her apartment and his suit was wet and he had to take his clothes off. So remarkable. Susan, are you here? Tell me if you're going to verify this story. But the amazing thing was, I'm sure he slept in another room. It was love at first sight because Susan pressed his suit. So maybe it was love at first press. They have just the most remarkable marriage. Bill, you are a wonderful human being. Your life is full of passion. You have great intellect. Your life has had such great purpose. And there's an expression, I'm Italian American, we call Cent'anni, which means 100 years. And we expect you to be around, maybe not 100 years more, but at least 100 years, because you are our conscience. We love you so much. I remember the nights swimming in pools, arguing with you about politics, but as everyone else has said tonight, you were right, and we need your voice, we need your friendship, we need your passion, and we love you very much. Buon compleanno. Thank you.
Thank you. Laura, hey. Your turn, kiddo.
You got 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Happy birthday, Bill. And I want to say congratulations to Susan and also to Ellie. Actually, the first time that I met Bill, we had a knockdown, drag-out fight, and I was right. We've been having many fights, good fights for many years. One of the things I feel very close to him about and appreciate is that he's always made room for all of the different options, political and otherwise, in the Black community. I'm a political independent, I'm outside of the box, and he's always made the space big enough for those of us with differences. I appreciate that. I think it's very important to the growth of our people and our city, and I wish you well. I hope you have a great birthday, get better, and love to you, Susan, and thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to do Norman Siegel now, and then afterward, we're going to sing happy birthday and blow out all candles on the cake. Norman?
I love people who are opinionated and outspoken. For over 20 years, I see many people here, we've been trying to get Bill to be outspoken and opinionated. Looking at this crowd, which is really representative of the true New York City, we also like people who like a good fight and who are New York characters. And so many of us have been trying to get Bill to not be as laid back as he is and to take on the powers big. Bill believes in freedom and justice and equality for all, not just some. And another thing I love about Bill, I measure people not just by who their friends are and their allies, and Bill does very well by looking at this crowd, but I measure people by who their enemies and opponents are. And Bill does real well on that too. I end, because of the time, with one anecdotal story, very short, of many that Bill and I are involved in fights and continue. The Klan called me when Giuliani would not let them demonstrate. I had to take it. I believe in the First Amendment. And going to court that morning, I was nervous that so many of my friends, the struggles we were in, especially on racial equality, would not understand. In the cab, my cell phone rings, and it's Bill Tatum. And I said to myself, oh my God, my friendship's going to go out the window. Bill said, Siegel, you're doing the right thing. We're coming in as amicus curiae, friend of the court. We will support the First Amendment. Bill has always been loyal and a true believer in the neutral principles of the Bill of Rights. Bill, happy birthday, and together we will overcome. Thank you.
As soon as the camera can come over and get a picture of the cake, we're all going to sing happy birthday.
And everybody, you guys can all come over here by the stage so we can see everybody singing happy birthday.
Well, boy, it's kind of crowded over here.
So we're all going to blow the candles out together after we sing happy birthday. Okay? You guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bill. Happy birthday to you.
All right. She's good, baby.
Now we have a few more people that want to speak, so they're going to cut the cake and they're going to bring it out to us, but let's go back to the mic.
Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, the next lady to send birthday greetings, Hazel Bruce.
Hi, bruh. I'm so disappointed that I walked in and I said, where's my brother? They said he's not here. I came from Macy's and I said to Ed Goldberg, your program have to stop. I have to go with you with my brother on his birthday and celebrate the Amsterdam News. When I say brother, I don't mean it in the word that people said lightly. I mean because you have been the wind beneath my wings. Did you ever know you was my hero? Well, tonight I want you to know. If I never said it before, you are. May God continue to bless you. Get out soon. We are around here. Amsterdam News will live forever.
Herbert. Come on, baby.
Ross Abrams, my wife is one of your #1 fans.
Thank you.
Elsa, come on up here. You better grab her while you can. Bill Tatum, big brother. I've been with you for 25, almost 25 years. And during this tenure, you have uncompromisingly spoke truth to power. Unwaveringly, relentlessly concerned about justice and fair play. Your pen has been ever poised, your powder ever dried, just like your wit, and may it ever, ever, ever flourish, because you are the Don Perignon of Bell Lecture. There you go.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Inez Dickens, Inez. Madam?
I know, 30 seconds. Happy, blessed birthday, Bill. I've known you my entire life. I've known you to empower the powerless. You use the written word to give knowledge where there is ignorance, to set people free where there is bondage. An entire world, not just Harlem, not just the city of New York, and not just America, but an entire world has benefited from what you have been able to give to all of us. I wish you the best for the next 75 years. I thank you for giving us Ellie, because Ellie now is just as formidable in using the written word and the pen as you have been over the years. So thank you, Bill.
Cindy Offer. Going once? Twice? She's, Cindy? Commissioner Halliday. We go back a long way. When I first got here, this was the first woman that carried a gun, could use it, could kick some intake, and she's real little, you know? I'm gonna let you have it.
Greetings. Let me tell you something very quickly. I was appointed as a Deputy Police Commissioner of NYPD. It was on a Friday. That night, a policeman killed a cop. And of course, all broke loose. And they said, get rid of her. But Bill Tatum put in the newspaper, that person had been released 18 months before, and I was not the releasing committee. And I want you to know that people say to me, the Amsterdam News keep putting information about me, and they say, do you have stock in the Amsterdam News? Because Bill Tatum said, no, that had nothing to do with the fact that she was appointed a deputy police commissioner. I retired as a police commissioner, not only of NYPD, but Mount Vernon. But I thank Bill Tatum because they kept my name in a positive way. And that Friday I was appointed, but that Friday night, a policeman killed somebody. But it was not somebody that I released. And it was because of the Amsterdam News kept me in a positive way in the Amsterdam News that I am here to say I am a retired commissioner, full commissioner, and I thank him for that. Thank you.
Take care of yourself. Hugh Bell. Hugh. You have to have this. Hold it up. There you go.
Now, I've known Bill for a very, very long time. I'm 80 years old. And I remember, I don't know what, see, I'm so old I can't even know what I remember. I do know one thing. He came to me and he said, you know, that guy got shot because the cops weren't there. I don't know who that was. And it was a long time ago. And I'm not quite sure whether there was anybody who was as old as I am, who knows him as long as I did, except maybe his wife. And that's it.
Barbara. That's me. Looking good.
Hey, Bill. With so many speakers, this really seems like a Swedish event, I can assure you. You may not need another Swede up here, but I am Swedish as well as Annika, although from 72nd Street. But you couldn't tell from my accent, I know that. Anyway, I've only known Bill 20-something years and the family. And I just felt I want to say a few words, not only as an old friend of yours and Susan and Ellie, but also officially, that's how I feel. Because you may not know this, but Bill Tatum is really originally Swedish. We claim him, and I want to say congratulations to you, Bill, from our Consul General Ambassador Ulf Hjertensson, who met you at Arthur Lundqvist many, many years ago in Sweden, the big Swedish poet. Also from another ambassador, Karin Enbom Palmqvist, happens to be my sister, a true friend of yours, and I even brought a picture of her. She's down in Australia. Susan Ellie, she sends her best. Now I brought another picture, and it is of our true friend, of something called Barbara's Best and Brightest. And they happen to amount to 75 young Swedish women today. And here they are. And they are sending Bill Tatum their most and best love. So anyway, to you Bill, I want to say, vem kan segla förutan vind? Vem kan ro utan åror? Your favorite song. Who can sail without a wind? Who can row without the oars? If anybody can, you can, Bill. But you couldn't do it alone. Susan, I'm sorry interrupting your eating over there. I just want to say to you, you are an inspiration. The two of you, your love story is an inspiration to all of us. So although I am your official girlfriend, Bill, I must say, this is to you, Susan.
Emily is now going to close the evening.
Thank you all so much for coming. Now, as I said, one of the reasons we were here is to kick off the 100th anniversary of the Amsterdam News, which will be held in December of 2009. So I expect to see all of you there as well, and to wish my father a very, very happy birthday, and to thank everyone that has come. We have visitors here from as far away as Sweden, South America, California, and as near as right here in New York, and from North Carolina, of course, and Delaware. So I thank everyone for coming. I'm so sorry my dad can't be here with us. And I thank you so much, Mom, for taking such great care of him. I love you. I love all of you. And eat some of that cake because it's really good. And I just want to thank Cake Man Raven for giving us that cake tonight. It was beautiful. She's out in Brooklyn. I want to thank Moet Hennessy USA for everything they have done for us. You are part of our family, and we appreciate you so much. And I want to thank Nielsen and Susan, who's become a great friend over the years, for all the support that they have given us and the foundation. And we look forward to many, many, many more years of working with all of you. Thank you.
Hey Bill, it's Dennis Swanson. Congratulations on your 75th birthday and the 100th anniversary of the Amsterdam News. The first thing I asked when I saw Ellie tonight is, how's your dad's health? And unfortunately she said he's got the flu, he's in the hospital, and he won't be here tonight. Hope you get this birthday message. We miss you. The city needs your leadership. Get well soon. Happy birthday.
Yes, hey Brother Bill. It's me, PHR. You're a psychiatrist, but you know, in the long run, you've been my psychiatrist, and I want to thank you for all those years of support and helping me when they were kicking my you-know-what over there at Metropolitan Hospital, and our subsequent friendship and my relationship with your daughter and your wife, Susan, and your sister and all your family. I love you, and happy birthday.
Bill, I am so thankful that we met. I know that your spirit in the 50s was strong at Lincoln. And when you came back years later for an honorary degree, your spirit returned to Lincoln, and I was there to receive it. So I want to wish you a very happy birthday, and I want you to know that your contribution to our students has strengthened your legacy in the world of journalism and to the world at large. When I got this invitation, I looked at the picture and I thought, you know what? That looks exactly like Bill Tatum. What a good-looking, kind, sweet, thoughtful individual you are. And it's such a privilege to know you, and blessings on you, and I'll see you again soon. Happy birthday.
Bill, I just want to say how much I admire the Amsterdam News and what you've done with it. My father owned and was a publisher of a small town newspaper in the West, so one of the things that I look forward to in coming to Columbia was in fact to be able to work with the Amsterdam News and you and your wife and Ellie. And on the Manhattanville project, I really was impressed by how you dealt with me and dealt with the issues. And I always knew that you would be fair and you would have your own views, but you would listen. And from my point of view, that is the highest compliment I can give. That is, you were a journalist of the best kind, and the Amsterdam News is also a paper of the best kind. So thank you very much, and I hope you get well very soon.
Hi, Bill. It's Elza Boyd, Herb's wife, just in case you don't remember. But I want to wish you a happy birthday, and I want to thank you for your very long commitment to social, human, and civil rights. and for the Amsterdam News and for your beautiful daughter. But most of all, I also want to thank you for the support that you give to my husband and to his work. Happy birthday, Bill. We admire you and we thank you so very much.
How you doing? You know I love you. And I'll never forget the time I came to your house crying and you told me go back home. Things would be all right. And Paul is here too. And I want you to know that if it hadn't been for you, I never would have succeeded. And Paul either. I thank you for making me part of your family, even though I was a little nobody. And you introduced me to the first billionaire. And I'll never forget that article, Milk It and Muhammad. They'll get you any way they can. I love you, brother. And I'll do anything that you ask me to do.
Hi, Bill. Happy birthday once again. I was really disappointed that you weren't able to be with us here today. Spending this time, I mean, Eleanor and I, all of us have been really looking forward to sharing this with you. And I'm glad that at least we are getting a chance to give you warm wishes, warm birthday wishes, and get well wishes. I will see you soon, probably over the weekend in the hospital or something. But keep your spirits up, and we're always there for you. Talk to you later.
Hey, Bill. Hiya, that's interesting. You're not here at your own party. What does that mean? Let me see. You've decided this wasn't high class enough for you, so you weren't going to show up? I figured that. I looked at it, I saw the ramps, I saw the elevator, so you could be here. But knowing you, you just made a decision, not good enough for me. When we find another venue, then you'll agree to show up. So at your next birthday, which I assume will be the 50th anniversary of your 50th birthday, I will be at that party and I will pick out the site, and then I know you'll show up. But feel good, Bill. We owe each other a meal. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Hello, Bill. If I had had a chance to speak before anyone, I would have said you're warm and wonderful and a great friend, and I hope you feel well. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I love you with all my heart. Alyssa and Jacob say happy birthday, Grandpa. And you mean more to me than you'll ever know. You have been my friend. You have been a role model. You've been my daddy for all these years. And I love you from the bottom of my heart. My little itty bitty heart. But I do love you from the bottom of it. Happy birthday. Healthy birthday. And I want you to get better real soon because I need you and I love you and I want to give you a big fat hug, girlfriend. Happy birthday.
Bill, happy birthday. It's a pleasure for me to be here honoring you. You've been an incredible inspiration for me. I love you dearly and it means a lot to me to have you here as my family in New York. And thank you for all that you've done, and I'm really touched by all the people here. So get better soon, and we'll have many more joyous times together.
Okay, Bill, again, Susan has to translate this for me, okay? Nunca voy a olvidar que fuiste tú el único con que cuando me conociste me dio la bienvenida a la familia. Siempre Juan y yo pensamos mucho en ti, en Susan, en Ellie, y los queremos mucho. Espero que te mejores rápido y espero poder verte antes de salir de acá, y si no, espero volver pronto para darte un fuerte abrazo personalmente. Ahora Juan te va a decir unas palabras.
Bill, you will not get away from us. We came a long way to see you. We arrived at 5 in the morning directly from a meeting in Bogota. So, like it or not, we're gonna go and find you. See you soon. Happy birthday.
Hey Bill, this is Elsie McCabe. I'm bringing greetings on behalf of me and our mutual friend, my partner Bill Thompson. I hope you are up and around and raising hell in no time. If not, Ellie and I will have to do it on our own, and you wouldn't want that. The Amsterdam, I don't know where it would be without you. Not that Ellie couldn't handle it, but it's life's blood in so many ways. And I don't know if Harlem is the heart of the African American community in this country, well then you're probably the jugular. So I hope to see you soon. We send you hugs and kisses. Be well.
Hi, Bill. This is Laura and Ashley. We're missing, of course, Charles, but he sends you all of his love and lots of giggles so that you'll get better soon. It has been one amazing party in honor of you, and we're very sad that you aren't here tonight, but we're going to have a redo together, and Charles has said he's going to come too because he's just learned how to sing Happy Birthday and blow candles.
Yes, we'll definitely have Charles sing Happy Birthday, and happy 75th birthday. It really is an accomplishment, like 3/4 of a century. You've seen a lot, you got a lot of experience, and it's just fantastic. I'm very honored to be here this evening. Very sorry that you can't be here, but it's just been a great event, and and it's the fact that this afternoon you couldn't make it out, and you didn't know about it until this afternoon, and we didn't find out until this afternoon. It's very deeply saddened that you can't be here. And in any case, happy birthday.
Lots of love and hugs.
Young man, a mere 75, and I'll be 81 in July. But one thing about Bill that maybe not everybody understands and appreciates, they know of his brilliance, his great intellect, his ability to persevere against all odds. But maybe you don't know the reason he's able to do those things is because he's a Marine. Semper Fi, good buddy.
Daddy, you know I love you, but you always know how to make me angry. You're not supposed to get sick when you're having a surprise party. It's very, very, very bad. Bad daddy. But I love you so much. I put this together for you because I love you so much, and I'm so sorry you couldn't be here, but never mind. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Mwah.